again. It's a rich thing.
Welcome back to another video. I hope everybody's doing fine and well, having a great day. Welcome if you are new. So I've had a little package turn up from Btartbox. So we're just going to have a nosy at what's in the box, and then we're going to see what we can come up with and do a nice cute summery set of nails. So I think firstly today I'll show you the tips. I normally start with the glue gel and all the other little bits and bats first, don't I? So I think today we'll start with the tips. So for anybody that's new and you've not heard of Btartbox yet, Btartbox, I'm not sure if they started out doing, well, yeah, they did, because a few years ago I used to get a lot of just regular glue on kind of nail tips off these. They also do regular press on nails and stuff. I think these are like the leading brand now, aren't they, for the pre-coloured, these X-coat tips. They're made from a BT MMA, which is a mixed soft gel material, and their X-coat process is patented, and it's brilliant for beginners because your shaping, your colouring and your apex building is already all done for you. And because of this illuminant penetration technology, the gel will cure through these nails, because a lot of people look at them and see that they're pre-coloured and just assume they're a regular glue on press on nail when they're not. You do actually use these with the UV gel and cure them under the lamp, which then makes them last up to 30 days. If you prep your nails properly, then there's no reason why these won't last up to 30 days. So let's get into these tips. Right, so these are, I think they're brand new, shall we say, their most recent coloured tips, pre-coloured tips, and these are their ombre tips. These are so cute. So these are their short almond. Oh wow, look at these. Right, yes, so these are their kind of short almond. These are so cute. So you could either call these ombre, a baby boomer, or a French fade. So they're pink up at this cuticle area, and then it fades off into a bright white towards the tip. These are so cute and so popular. So popular. So with Btartbox, they start at size 0 and they go all the way up to size 15. So there's lots and lots of sizes there. The size 0 is actually not that bad. A lot of these pre-coloured tips, they barely fit my thumb, but these do. And what I love about these tips at the cuticle area, they've got a really nice little kind of tapered dip. They just blend seamlessly into your natural nail. They're really thin up at that cuticle area, and they're quite flexible. So these would fit people with curved nails, flat nails, because they have got that bit of give in them. But let me just take one off. Down at that free edge, they are quite stiff and rigid. These ones are still a little bit flexible down at the tip, but they can be because they're really short. You'll notice with the longer Btartbox tips, they're a little bit thicker down at that free edge and a little bit stronger. But yeah, these are exactly what they need to be for little short nails like this. These are really cute and short and stubby. I love them. So I'll just put them away for now. So that's the short almond ombre tips. Right, and next, these are the same, except these are long pink. So these are long square. So exactly the same. These are the ombre ones, but these are long pink. See, these are more my kind of style. These are more like an everyday wear kind of thing. If I was going on holiday or something, I would probably go for something short like that. But as a rule, I do kind of like my long nails. These are cute. So I'm not going to go into too much detail about these ones because they're pretty much the same kind of. They've all got the same cuticle area. These are just a different shape. And actually, I will just show you at the tip, because these are longer. Can you see? They are a bit thicker and they're nowhere near as bendable as the other ones. I can barely bend them. These are so cute. So which ones am I going to go for today, guys? I don't know. I need to have a little think about it. So I will just quickly show you what else you would need to apply these tips if you want to stick with the same brand of glue and top coat, etc. So this is the X-Coat Tips French Protecting Kit. So it comes with number 1, which is the builder gel, number 2, which is the top coat, and then lastly we've got the glue gel. So you can get the glue gel in a tube, you can get their solid gel glue, which I do prefer. I do prefer the more solid one, or if you're one of them people that prefer the one in a bottle, that's available as well. So they always advise once you've used the gel glue and you've finished applying these pre-coloured tips, to give them a layer of the builder gel before you top coat them, and it just protects the French pre-coloured French colour that's on the tips. It protects them. Right, and lastly we have got the little nail lamp. So this is Btartbox little flash cure lamp. So these are brilliant to just give the nail a quick flash cure and go on to the next nail and the next nail, and then I would put them in my full size lamp for a full cure at the end. So it's one of the decent lamps. It's got 6 little bulbs under there. It's got your little button, so as you put your nail under, you can just clip that button whilst you're under there. Cute little flash cure lamp. It's got a really good length wire. I remember when I first unboxed one of these, and it was the long wire that I really liked. I can't stand little short wires. So I'm going to put that away because I have already got a couple of these already open. So I'm just going to get set up here and we will see what we can come up with. So I don't normally use an e-file for nail prep because I do my nails literally every couple of days. I normally only need a cuticle pusher and a cuticle scraper, but because my nails haven't been done in, gosh, probably close to 2 weeks maybe, I do need a little bit more doing than usual. So I'm just pushing my cuticles back, and this Born Pretty cuticle pusher, I love it. It's so sharp and it scrapes a lot of your dead skin away as you're doing it. So I'm just going to push my cuticles back, and then I'm just going to fly over with an e-file. So I'm not confident with an e-file because I don't use them that often. So it's just a little diamond bit, it's not sharp, and I'm on 8,000 RPM. I don't know if you can see it, and I'm just going to go around my sides like that. And this is just going to push my cuticles back a little more as well. So don't dig it in, just float it over. And if it's a good enough bit, it will whip that dead skin off. If you feel like you're having to dig it in to get that dead skin off, then you need a better drill bit. If you've got a good enough drill bit, you should be able to just float it over like that, and it should pull any dead skin off. You don't want to be filing away at your natural nail. It looks like I'm really digging it in there, but I'm really not. And diamond bits as well, they won't cut your skin or burn you. Just fly it over like that. I'm not sure where this drill bit's from. I think it is probably a Melody Susie drill bit. It's probably a drill bit I have got included with one of my e-files from Melody Susie. Then I'm just going to give them a little clean. Just use alcohol, or I think this is a like prep spray, but it's just alcohol. So I was going to use some nippers to get my dead cuticle, but they're actually not that bad. So I'm just going to use a little ball bit. So this is the same thing, just a little diamond bit. Yeah, and rather than nip all my dead cuticle, because I really haven't got any, I'm just going to smooth it off with this little ball bit. And again, as long as you don't stay in the same place for too long, it's safe to go on your skin with these diamond bits. And I'm just going to smooth out my cuticle because there's really not much there to trim. And with my OCD, if I get my nippers out when there's really not much there, I'm going to end up doing damage. So I'm just going to smooth it out with this little bowl bit. All I need to do now is just use a buffer, or I could have used my e-file and a sanding band. Really scratch your natural nails up, get rid of all that shine. You don't want to be filing layers of your natural nail off, but just get them really scratched and buffed up like that. And then we'll give them one final clean, some nail prep or alcohol. If you use alcohol to give them a really good clean, that'll dehydrate them as well. So that's them prepped, ready to go. I've still nicked myself, look, and I didn't even use nippers. So I actually haven't got a Btartbox base coat, so I'm just going to go in with a base coat of my own. So I've decided I'm going to go for the long ones. So where's my thumb gone? So yeah, this is size 0. It's not the biggest, but it does just fit my thumb. And a lot of tips don't fit my thumbs. Gosh, I've really cut myself. How have I managed that? I'm so OTT when it comes to my cuticle area. I'm terrible. So yeah, they just about fit my thumbs. So yeah, they're not the biggest, but they are certainly not the smallest. So another thing I forgot to mention about these tips, they're already prepped and primed and ready to go on the inside, which saves you so much time. You don't need to etch them or buff them or scuff them up or chemical etch them. You don't need to do anything, they are ready to go. Right, so I'm just going to get all my sizes picked out. Right, so I've got all my sizes picked out, ready to go. I've got my little lamp ready to go. Another thing I like about this lamp as well, you can turn it on and off. You don't have to wait till the timer finishes, because a lot of the time these little mini lamps, you just want to do a quick 5-10 second flash cure and that's it. But you have to wait 60 or sometimes even 2 minutes for the light to go off. But yeah, you can turn this one on and off, which I like. So as I said earlier, I'm not going to be using the glue, the gel glue in the bottle. I'm going to be using the solid gel glue in a tube. Either or is fine. I'll just quickly show you the gel glue in the bottle. It is a really hot day today, so it is a little bit runnier than what it would normally be, but it is quite a thick gel, a bit like a builder in a bottle consistency. Whereas the solid stuff is exactly what it says on the tube. It's just a more solid gel. You can see how it comes out that tube without dripping. It is a little runnier today because it is hot, but yeah, I prefer the more solid stuff. Right, so I'm going to start with my pinky. I always start with my pinky. And my light ready to go. So I'm just going to put a little blob of the glue in the cuticle area of the pinky. Sorry, I'm a bit off to the side there. You really don't need a lot. A little bit does go a long way. So I want to turn my light on ready, or you can clip it on whilst you're under there. So I'm going to press it down kind of at a 45-degree angle, about that kind of angle at the cuticle area, and then I'm going to slowly lower this tip until I can see that gel glue is completely spread out and covered my natural nail. Hold it down as hard as you can before you put it in the lamp, and that'll make sure you don't get any bubbles. And then you can turn the lamp off, and that's that one done. Quick time. So every nail obviously is going to be applied in exactly the same way. So I will just show you a couple more. Let me bring my lamp in. So a little blob in the cuticle area, and it's just working out how much to put in that cuticle area for each nail. Right, so we're going to press it down at that cuticle area, lower it until that gel glue has completely covered your natural nail. Make sure it's nice and straight before you put it in the lamp, and give it a quick flash cure. Right, so that's that one applied. These are really cute. They're not stupidly long. You could even cut these down and have them little little shorties, because you've got that white fade over halfway, so you could even cut these down really cute. So that's them all applied. Just going to give them a little clean because I am a little bit sticky. Right, so before I go in with any colours or design or anything like that, just going to get rid of these little knobbly notchy bits, as I call them, on the very tippy tips, just where they were attached to the frame, nothing more. We're just going to get that off. Right, so I'm just going to give these a really good clean now, get rid of all the dust. Right, so that's them ready to go for some nail art. Right, so I'm going to keep this really simple, so I've pulled out some really bright Madame Glam colours. So I've got 3 from the brand new collection, Neon Unity. So the blue is called Electric Denim. The pinky, it's like a cherry red, isn't it, is called Love Wins. And the orange is called Empower. And the other 2 I've pulled out, this is like one of those, it's not quite neon green, it's not quite neon yellow, it's in between, isn't it? And this is called the Big Apple, like a neon greeny yellow. And I've got a, like, again, this is in between, it's not a pink, it's not a purple, it's in between. Pop the Champagne, so that's like a pinky purple. So I'm going to use those 5 colours. I'm only going to use a tiny bit of each colour, but to start with, I'm going to cover all these nails with Vornail. This is Mirror Moon and it's VC01, and this is like a white chrome, what do they call it, like a donut kind of glaze. Let me just bring you in a bit. I'm going to cover the nails with this. I'm hoping it doesn't cover up the ombre kind of effect. I don't think it will. Yeah, I don't think it will cover up. I think you'll still see the ombre effect. So I'm going to use Born Pretty's Chrome Mirror Top Coat, because this is fantastic for chrome powders. It's a specially made top coat for chrome powders. So I'm just going to quickly give all the nails a coating, just like you're doing a regular top coat, just a nice thin even coat. So I'm just going to cure them in a lamp for 30 seconds. So as soon as they come out the lamp, I'm just going to rub this chrome powder. Oh gosh, actually, I think it's covered it up, hasn't it? Let me see. I think it's covered up that baby boomer, hasn't it? So let me get rid of that and grab another one. So I'm going to go with this one. I think this one's slightly different. So let's try this one. Right, see, that one's a bit better. You can still see the baby boomer with this one. Right, we'll go with this one. You can still see the baby boomer as that one. Yeah, that's not what I thought it was. Right, we'll go with this middle one. So I'm just going to get this rubbed into all my nails now. And I'll deal with that pinky in a minute. I'll rub that off and do it again. So I am actually going to use an old base coat to seal these in. I don't want to be using my Btartbox top coat on them or my Btartbox builder gel, because I'll end up with all that chrome powder. So I'm just going to use an old base coat. Right, so now that's all sealed in, I can get rid of this powder. So I'm just going to put a tiny little blob of each colour on my palette. Right, so I'm not particularly bothered what order I'm going for. So let's go with the pinky kind of cherry red, and literally all I'm going to do is a little cuticle cuff with all these colours, different one on each nail, and that is it, guys. So quite thick in the middle and then thin it off as I go around the corner. I don't know whether to do it a little bit thicker or not, or leave it quite thin. I think I'm going to leave it like that. Right, then same again. I'm going to go on to the yellowy green colour. So I'm just going to finish these now, guys, and I'll be back. Right, so now I'm going to go in with the builder gel number 1, and this is what's going to help strengthen and protect the nail. It's going to protect that little French fade, little ombre, and it's going to strengthen the nail as well. Make sure you get that free edge with the builder as well. Really seal it in. Right, and lastly, we're going to get them top coated. And again, with the top coat, make sure you cap that free edge. So there we go, guys, that is then finished. Super simple. I think I would have quite liked him if I did every single nail that colour. Or that colour, obviously. I really like them. I like the length, I like the shape, I like the donut glaze. You can just about still see the kind of baby boomer French fade ombre, which is exactly what I wanted. I didn't want to lose that fade because that's kind of the whole point of these nails. They're already done for you, aren't they? But I think a little pop of colour like that, especially this month, is Pride month, isn't it? So really like them. I will leave links to, I'll leave a direct link for these 2 sets, and I'll leave a link to the website, so if you want to browse all their other nail tips and stuff. They've even got nail tips with these neon colours on them, pre-painted. Don't forget as well, guys, I've got a discount code. Everything will be down in my, I don't know if it's a discount code or if it's a link. If it is a link, you will have to click the link to automatically get the discount. It'll all be down in my description box anyway. Thanks for watching. Please remember to give the video a quick thumbs up, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and hopefully I'll see you all back in my next one. Take care. Bye.